And all I
Boy.
can say is imagine Bob when he pop up. It's raps for all y'all.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be.
I definitely gotta shout you on everything you doing, man.
Man,
Like
thank you,
I
bro.
came in, all you did was show support for me in the community.
Man,
Ask
thank you,
questions.
bro.
Like first question I asked you was a battle rap question. You already was on it with battle rap, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely. So
I
I
appreciate
really
it, bro.
appreciate you having me.
Already, man. Thank you, bro. That's dope, man. I appreciate it, bro. I might even add that part to the intro of the podcast for sure, man. All right, man. So yes, sir. Today we are here for, I don't know what episode this is going to be honest, but it's going to be on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Another day for Pride Talks Live with the Doc. That is me, man. We are here with my boy, man. I have the pleasure to have my boy, UweeStax, man. UweeStax, man. UweeStax, my guy. I almost messed up your name. I'm sorry. My boy Stax, but I call him Stax, but it's UweeStax. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, man. We're gonna get some background on him. We're gonna get some of his experiences down. We're gonna ask him a lot of questions, and we're gonna get to know my guy Stax, man. I think he's a cool person as far as I'm concerned, man. As long as I've known him, he's been a great contributor to the TOD community, man. The Lions Den. So yeah, let's get right to it, man. I'm not gonna hold you up any longer. My very first question, I kind of introduced you already, but what's your name? Where are you from? And how long have you been playing Tekken?
Alrighty, my name's UweeStax. That's obvious, but real name's unique. I live in Patterson, New Jersey. One Jersey boys out here.
Hey, Jers, big Jers.
And how I started playing Tekken, it was just a random day. I got tired of playing 2K and Brawlhalla, so
Okay.
I ended up just downloading Tekken because I remember playing it in the arcade one day.
Okay. Oh, do you play 2K? Hold on, man. You know I started off streaming on 2K, man. I was something like a little beast myself. You know what I'm talking about? Might have to dunk on you one time. But that's what's up, man. So, how long have you been playing Tekken?
These 1v1.
Oh, we can do it, bro. What you mean, bro? What you mean, bro? We can do it on Tekken. We can do it on my court. Where you trying to go, bro? 1v1. Hey, Annie up? Where you trying to go, bro?
Andy up. Hey, all we gotta do is get back in the groove. You know
Hey, ain't nothing but space and opportunity, my brother. So, how long have you been playing Tekken?
Right now, I'm closing in on a year. I think about 7 months in.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So, Tekken 7 is your first Tekken.
Of course.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, so also being that it's your first Tekken, man, you know Tekken 8 is on the horizon. Do you expect to stick with Tekken for the foreseeable future, or do you plan on having Tekken 7 be your first and last stop of Tekken, or what? And Tekken journey, where you see it going?
Oh, I definitely see myself around Tekken in the future, whether it's community-wise, stream-wise, all of that. It's gonna be my go-to game mostly.
Go-to game. Okay, so we can say you're counting on Tekken 8. What do you think about some of the features that we saw? We saw some of the trailers. We saw some characters like King, Kazuya, Lars today, Paul, etc. And we know some minor details about the mechanics, man, including the new heat system. How do you feel about that?
With the characters at first, when I seen Kazuya and I seen how like the bound and combo extension mechanics started working, I was like, oh no. Every character in this game is about to be insane.
About to be broken.
I'm telling you. First off, I'm looking at Kazuya like, oh, he about to be pressing. That's just number one.
Imagine Warring. If Kazuya pressing like that, imagine Warring.
And all I can say is imagine Bob when he pop up. It's raps for all y'all.
Okay. So speaking of Bob, you brought up Bob. How do you also like? How do you feel about the heat system? I know, and then how do you think Bob will fare with the heat system? Saying Bob is in the game.
It's 50-50 with me on the heat system.
Okay.
I hear a lot of people are liking new mechanic is gonna draw in new eyes and new people to play the game. But I also heard a lot of people in the community that played Tekken for a while not enjoy the mechanic because they're changing up the game a little bit more than what they're used to. So it's like sometimes you gotta adapt, but I can understand their frustration with how they're kind of installing this new mechanic.
Okay, so is Bob your favorite player then?
Of course.
That's your favorite character, I mean?
Bob was my favorite since I just picked up and I was like, oh, this character looks like a troll. I gotta play him.
You gotta play him. So his troll look and characteristics is what attracted you to the character. All right. So are there any other players that you look up to as far as like pro or recreational that has inspired you to play the game or get better with the game, or maybe even inspired you to pick up Bob besides his features?
Who really like got me like buckled down and start playing the game even more was Cuddlecore and Shinblade.
Cuddlecore and Shinblade, okay.
With Cuddlecore, I was just in her stream one day, because I was like looking for Tekken players to ask advice for.
Okay.
And I asked her what was her opinions on Bob, because I know a lot of people like to hate on characters and
Pause, by the way.
Got their favorite characters. And
That's
stuff
from
like
Mulatto. My bad.
And what's up. She told me that if you want to look for Bob players, you should go to people like Mac, Rukang, those type of streamers.
Okay.
But she was also just have fun with the game, not try to stress over games you win or lose. And that's what really like kept my mindset on, okay, I can keep playing the game regardless of a loss and stuff like that.
That's what's up, man.
And me with Shinblade, I joined his stream one day. And I asked him his opinion on Bob as well, because whenever I first joined your stream, I'm like, oh, what are your thoughts on Bob?
Right.
Because I remember
just to fill him out. Okay.
And then next, he said, oh, Bob's a really good character.
Right.
And then I asked him any advice on how to play the game. He said, you know, I got a Metafy. If you want some coaching, I got you. I'm like, okay, fine. Because I didn't think I would ask for any coaching at the time. Right. But then sooner or later, I ended up catching COVID, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Sorry about that. Let's say in December, that's when I caught it. I'm like, I'm at home all day. Might as well book a session with shit.
Right. Okay, I'm glad you got over that COVID pandemic, man. That was definitely difficult to have. And while you're quarantined, you brushed up on some Tekken, huh? So you utilized your time wisely. It got better at Tekken, but I'm glad you made it through there and recovered well. Yeah, so Shinblade, that's a dope player, man. That's actually my guy, man, out of Tennessee, man. Shout out to Shinblade, Steve player. And like you mentioned Cuddlecore, that's a great player, and she gave great advice. You know, she's a very great illicit player, man, professional level, one of the best Tekken players out there. So yeah, man, you are on the right track, man. But I do have another question, man. Staying on top of the characters. Who else do you play, or are you solely Bob, or do you play anybody else?
Right now, I'm solely Bob, but I have been like trying out, testing the waters with other characters. I played a little bit of Miguel. I've always had the thought process of I was gonna be a Warung main, but I didn't really get used to the stances at first. Stances were the things that like kind of confused me. So once I'm done like upgrading Bob, I'm just gonna look for characters that have like mix-ups and stances, so I can get that aspect of the game out of the way.
Okay, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm primarily Julia myself, man. And also to piggyback off that, how do you feel about Bob? I know you said that your introduction to a stream, you like to ask how they feel about a character. How do you feel about Bob as far as his level of tools and how good he is compared to the rest of the cast? Like, do you think he's like upper epsilon, lower epsilon, mid tier? How do you think he fares compared to other characters?
I would say he's about like, since my favorite, I would kind of be biased. He's definitely one of the better characters, but I would keep him like upper mid tier type stuff, because with how he plays, he can be very aggressive. He can be a lot harder to deal with, especially since he got like the wave dash. You know, Mishimas love to hit that wave dash.
Hey, you gotta hit that wave dash. Hey, swag surf on him. That's a fact.
With that being said, like, I would say Bob does lack a lot of lows, so it's hard to always open people up, because if they expect the wave dash into the sweep, then all right, that's launch punish. Now I gotta try to get them to start thinking differently. But that's something I've been trying to learn how to do since I started in the game, because a lot of people are just ready for the wave dash mix up, but let's try to poke them out. Let's see how they really can play defense against me.
Okay, that makes sense, man. So speaking of that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and send you an invitation, bro. and we're gonna see how you are with Bob, man. You know, and we gonna get a little friendly first to 5 and see how it works out, man. So stay tuned. Give us a few seconds, and while we change the channel a little bit, change the vibe, and hey, change the scenery. All right, man, let's get it popping, man. Do a quick little first to 5 with my guy Stax, man. Yes, sir.
Bob Mafia, you hear me?
Bob Mafia, let's get right, man. And so speaking of Bob, once again, so you already told me that you think he's about upper epsilon to the top tier of, like, you know, the higher his caliber of play and his tool set makes him a pretty good, capable character, and I respect that of you, because a lot of times in the Tekken community, people will try to say that they play this character, but they don't think that the character's that good. It's like, if you don't think the character's that good, why would you play him? So I appreciate you keeping it 100, and a big salute to you. And also, though, so what do you think are some of his strengths as a character?
Definitely his poking. I would say his poking is his #1 thing, because what people like to do is, oh, we could turtle up and I'll just swing this next time he swings.
Right.
Bob has good frames off his jab, +8 when it hits, and then he has good range on it compared to like characters like Jin, who has that stubby jab. Bob's jab can hit you from a good distance, like a backdash away.
Okay. He has pretty good mix-ups from his jab pressure. Would you say?
I could go my low with a down back 3. I can also go mid with DF1.
Okay. Okay, good move, man. So I play Julia. I get a lot of flack for it, you know. I had a personal reason to pick her. You can check out my YouTube as well with that. It has something to do with her being an environmental enthusiast, sort of like myself. But people usually think that Julia is like the top tier, you know. And so I want to know, how do you think your character is? Like, what are some of her strengths? What are some of Bob's strengths that he has over Julia? And what are some of the things that you think Julia has over Bob?
What I say Julia has over Bob's obviously more lows. She has a lot better lows than Bob can come out with. Okay. And I would say when it comes to wall carry, like
wall carry, hey, I love that wall carry. Looking scary, you know what I'm talking about, especially from that low parry. You know my team.
Of course. And also with Julia, she has like that pressure when it comes to party crasher. And one thing I've been trying to learn how to do is like sidestep pretty well.
Right.
And one thing with Bob is like, Bob can be very linear, so I can't really catch people who do sidestep, so I have to like delay my attacks and stuff like that.
Oh, so he's heavily steppable. I did not know that, man. I also have a problem stepping as well. I'm not the best stepper, but I'm a big stepper, but I ain't the best stepper. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I definitely feel you on that, man. I need to work on my stepping. I did not know that he was pretty steppable though. So that's something that I learned just now, man. Also, so you said that what Julia has over him. What do you think that he has over Julia, or not just Julia, but the other class too? Like, what are some of the things that he has that makes him unique or makes him a viable character to use in Tekken 8? I mean Tekken 7. Excuse me.
I would say over Julia, I would say definitely a better power crush and definitely better pressure.
Better pressure, true.
Sometimes I feel Julia, okay, she can apply pressure, but there's not much I'm scared of outside of her trying to war drums and take my legs from under me, you feel me?
Okay, no, I feel that.
And with Bob, I have one of the best power crushes in the game, 412. Right. And you know, that belly come out, you don't want to take that, man.
Hey, that belly, boy, big belly Bob, that's what they call him, man, the 3 Bs, man. Not Better Business Bureau, man, BBB for Big Belly Bob, you heard me? So, so speaking of him and his belly, not just his belly, but what are some other moves? Can you give me, like, I know you touched on it before, you know, with his jab pressures and mix-ups, but can you give me some, and his power crush, but can you give me some other things that he has that are considered strengths for Bob? Like, for example, you mentioned Rukang. Rukang's a strong EU player, Bob player, and I noticed that he does a lot of mix-ups, but he's very aggressive. Plays very fast, you know, so if you can't control the pace and quickly get out of hand, like, what do you think are some of the strengths of your character and that stuff that you like to do?
One of my favorites is down back 1-2 that I just hit you with.
Launcher.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 2 mid launchers, or not mid launchers, but 1 mid launcher, but 1 out of standing launchers. Because even though it's slow, at the beginning of the frame, it high crushes. So some people might jab and not time it well and get the launch.
Okay, that makes sense,
then
man.
CD1 that I just hit you with is super great for trying to whiff punish or like apply a little bit of pressure.
Okay, and that's like kind of why they it looks like it comes like out of a wave dash. That's why they say Bob's a secret Mishima.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense. I'm learning, man. I'm learning these things, man. That's what's up. Oh my gosh, I held black. Bro, I promise I blocked that, bro. That's crazy.
The 442 is definitely something that like takes advantage in the poking pressure, because when I do that, as you power crack,
I had to throw that shoulder at you, bro. Hey, you was leaning on me, man.
Ends up, it puts you on the ground and flips.
Okay.
And at the wall, it splats. So
wall splats too.
Wall combo.
You get some extra. Big boy damage. Big boy damage from Big Belly Bob. I rock with it, man. I like this fit too, man. I mean, yeah, like a Kingpin from Spider-Man type, type vibe. But you got it with the flash though, with the cut and the shades, man. I rock with it, man. Looking like money over there, man.
Bob Mafia for real, man.
Bob Mafia, hey, that's facts. Bob Mafia.
You hear?
Bob Mafia, man. I rock with it, man. Okay, so excuse me. So what do you wish that he had? I know you said that his lows aren't the best. What do you wish that if you could take one thing from a character and apply it to Bob, like for Julia, you said you like her party crasher FF1. What would you take if you could take? I'm not gonna give you one. Give me if you could have 3 moves on Bob from any character, what would it be?
Honestly, I definitely want a parry for Bob.
Ooh, Leroy Perry?
Give me a Leroy Perry, man. Because I'm telling you, I hate having the plus frames and then someone hits me with a parry because I threw an attack out while I had the plus. It was one of the more annoying things. And I wish I had something like Fang's, I believe it's his down back 4, his little mid that's homing. I wish I had that type of mid.
Okay, I thought you were going to say down back 3.
It would stop stepping its opponents a lot more.
True,
and it's super fast. And if
2.
I had to take anybody's low, and super fast low, honestly, give me Julia's.
Hold on now you're doing too much, bro. I know why you got to go to Julia, bro. Now I'm just messing with you. Go ahead though. Which one?
One of Julia's lows. It didn't matter which one, but definitely one of her double lows I've seen you do at the end of the round.
Okay, like the back 3. I got you. Like this here, like that.
That right there,
I got you.
It's something I would love to have on Bob, just to mix people up. Be like, hey, you better stand up or you better block low.
Stand up.
Like that.
Now that low, man, I like to use it. I think I use it too much actually because it's just it's so slow. But I agree, it's nice, man. Cause I use it to mix up a lot. So even though it's slow, it's like 23 frames, 23, 26 frames, something like that. But I do like it, I definitely like it, man. Okay, so now you talked about like some of Julia's moves, her lows. What are you most concerned about when fighting a Julia player like myself or whoever it is using Julia, whether you're in ranked or whatever, casually? What are you most concerned about when it comes to fighting Julia?
Just mostly like, all right, when's that 441 is gonna come out? Just something that she could really take the poking and mid-range away from Bob, because it steps close, and even though I can poke you from farther, if it comes out faster, sometimes I'm just like, ugh.
Right,
now I gotta sit here and guess.
I got you on that. I understand on that one, man. And so what do you do to do that? So I know you said you worry about the FF1. What do you do? What do you think is one of your best moves to deal with that? Maybe like you said, I know you're working on your sidestepping, so maybe your movement, I guess, to nullify that or take that away, or
yeah, definitely movement. And then sometimes I'll just like, if I have the read on you like going to press FF1 and stuff, I'll sometimes just power crush you if you're at the wall, or 442 to try to like catch you from farther than me.
Makes sense. Oh, good low. All right, so So would you consider his power crush his best tool?
I think it's the best power crush in the game.
Best power crush in the game? Okay, that's what's up, man. And so the best power crush in the game and his best tool personally?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
it's something that you can keep wall pressure with.
Facts.
Because
Wall
if I'm
pressure's
throwing out moves and stuff, you're looking to try to like get your turn back. You're looking to
right.
at least
That's a
not
fact.
still be pressured.
That's a
So I
fact.
could be like negative and get it off in time.
That makes sense. That makes sense, man. So, as I do a power crush right there, I actually like Julia's power crush because it wall bounces and stuff like that. I was going to the next question, man. Me looking at Bob, man, what I personally like about Bob, man, I like his mix-ups, and me being a new player, like, he has a lot of strings and mix-up from strings, so it kind of messes me up, so that's why I struggle against Bob. But I think be honest with you, man, I think Bob is, like, top, he might be one of the most exciting looking characters, man. He looks like he's a very fun character to use. As much as I don't like Fang, I think Fang's also, he seems like another fun character to use. I think Huarang looks like a fun character to use, even though I don't like him either. But Bob is probably, I do think he's very fun, man. At least the people I see playing, like yourself or Rukang and other people like that, and Mac that you mentioned, he just seems very fun, very rushed down. Shout out my boy Sigma too. But if I could take anything from Bob and apply it to Julia, man, it'll probably be like his explosiveness. Like, she's explosive too, but like some of that little wavy that you have, man, and some of those moves, like I think you said CD2. That's very dope, man. Yeah, that right there. I would take that for sure. Let me think. Yeah, I would definitely like to have that as far as Bob goes.
Question. I would say this: when it comes to Bob, what do you like think you got over Bob as a character?
What do I think Julia has over Bob? I think Julia has. I think she's a little more versatile. You know what I'm saying? I think she's more versatile than Bob. I think Julia has. When I play her, I know you know, Tekken's a hard game, right? I'm new, so it's natural to complain about stuff. But I do think she's a little slower, like as far as like some of the way her moves come out. You know, it just seems like a little slow. All of her launches are 15 or more. I should have launched that. Okay, I got it. You pressed, yeah. Yeah, I think that I think that she's more versatile than Bob. You know, I feel like with Julia, you can Bob's poking is good, but Julia's poking is good. If I want to play aggressively and play fast, I could do that with the shotgun mix-up. If I want to be patient, like you said, with some of her lows, like down 3, I could poke with those, and you know what I'm saying, be a little more patient and less aggressive. So I think I could do basically adapt my game however I want with Julia. I don't have to play a certain way. Like, you know, Heihachi, if you're not playing aggressive with Heihachi, you're probably at a disadvantage, you know? So I don't have to play a certain way with Julia. I could kind of have my own style, I think. That was a good question, though, bro.
Yeah, of course. I'm always looking for something to learn about, like, other characters and stuff. Because that's the one thing I do think I can get, like, caught up with when playing only one character.
Yeah.
Just getting so stuck on how my character plays, I don't really catch on to how other people play and stuff.
Right.
So I have to, like, keep myself going, like, okay, what he's doing here, what's, like, his pattern. Let me try to catch him.
Right, man. So, also, too, speaking of looking at people's patterns and stuff like that, what do you think is your biggest strength when it comes to playing Tekken? Not your character, but something that's unique to you that you have over other players when you play this game.
I'm really, like, I'm on go. Like, some people could get mad and be like, oh, you're pressing on frames and stuff like that.
Right.
But I do have, like, a approach in how I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna jab me, you're only doing that because you're afraid that I'm gonna keep pressing on you.
Right.
So you want something fast to pop out. So I might just throw out the down back 1-2, like I said, try to get the launch, or I'll just throw out a ducking attack so it'll miss. All right, now you gotta think of mid. All right, now you ready to press because I did a string that's like -5. So all right, let's see if I can step it and get my side step 1-2, which is another one of Bob moves I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Side step 1-2 is like king for people at the wall, because when I throw out that one attack, oh, your turn, psych, I lied. Step to the side.
Psych, I lied. Got you.
You hit at the wall splat, you catching my wall combo again. I think that Bob's wall combo is super strong.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. That definitely from what I observe, and when I'm playing the Bob like yourself, I definitely feel that wall pressure, man. It's definitely oppressive. Now, so speaking of some of your strengths, what do you think are some of the things that you need to work on? I know you mentioned sidestepping earlier. Is that primarily it, or what else? Like your patience. What do you think is the biggest thing that you need to? Like one of your biggest weaknesses for yourself as a Tekken player?
Definitely patience, sidestepping, throw breaks, and just like blocking low.
Yeah.
Because I'm so afraid to sit there and block low, because then I get launched with mid launchers and
Right.
Bob's mid launcher. Even though it's something I have, it's not something I can just straight up throw out in the neutral. I have to like really have that read on me pressing.
Right, I feel that, man. Definitely understand that, man. I actually want to work on my patience as well. Like, I think the only thing that I have at S+ right now, as far as the grades go, is aggressiveness, man. So I gotta turn that down, man. Be a little more patient, and you know. But I'm similar to you in that aspect. I'm just on go, man. I just want to do a fire combo and get it popping, man. They try to be poking and backing up. I ain't me, man.
Like, it's a fighting game. While we sit here waiting
Yeah,
for
man.
these
Yeah, engage, bro. Engage, bro. I'm trying to throw some hands and feet, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hands and foots.
I think one other thing I have to sit there and recognize is strings. Like some strings I've seen too many times to still get hit by.
I agree.
It's just a matter of, okay, are you gonna sit there and wait, or are you gonna keep trying to press?
Right, I feel you on that, man. My string recognition has to definitely improve. But I think that also has a lot to do with, you know, this being a legacy game. Not giving us excuses, but us being new players and this being a legacy game. You know, I've only been playing for a year and a half. You've been playing for less than a year, so you know you're not gonna recognize things that people who've been playing this Tekken franchise, or just Tekken 7 alone has been out for 8 years, you know. So, and the Tekken franchise has been out for 2 decades, you know. So, of course, you're not gonna recognize immediately what other characters will recognize, or other people will recognize from characters who had moves that haven't changed for the duration of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So, they do have that advantage. Not to give us an excuse, I do feel like I should be better, but we don't want to be too hard on ourselves in that regards too, because you have made a lot of progress. So, you know what I'm saying? That purple rank is nothing to be ashamed about. I'm dead. That's mad ham. Good stuff.
The roll moves is definitely stuff you gotta mix up.
Yes, sir. Hit me with that roll out. Okay, so now that we talk about some of your weaknesses, what are you doing? You know, because we like to be proactive around here, and you know what I'm saying, to emphasize productivity and proactiveness, and applying that to yourself, and not focusing on excuses and reasons why we're not succeeding. So you mentioned some of your weaknesses, so you have identified those. What are you doing actively to change that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe hopefully change that into a strength, or maybe reduce how much of a weakness it is for yourself. What do you do to try to improve upon those weaknesses?
That's a good question, because someone else also asked in chat earlier about me playing on PS5 and other consoles. So what I'd like to do is I would jump in rank on PS5, because I usually play on the Xbox controller when I play my PC. So I'll jump on the PS5, hop in rank. All right, let me try doing this on PS5 and then bring it over to PC, because I don't like sitting in the lab and working on it, because I feel like the most thing I want to do is catch on to how people react more than anything.
Yeah, I feel that.
A bot can't really give you the exact experience you really need.
I feel that.
And so I would do that and just start working stepping and go breaks and stuff like that. Also, I would like to book sessions with my coach Shimblade, so he can show me what I'm still missing in my gameplay.
Yeah, man.
And the last thing I would also do is like join up in other streamers' lobby. Like shout out to Monty from earlier. I jumped in his lobby and played. He definitely
good dude right there, man. Monty's a good dude.
Yeah, I'm Fury. He's definitely one of the guys in the community that just showed me love when I came through in the chat. Bob Mafia started throwing subs his way and stuff like that. Right. I'm always in Shinblade stream. You seen I was modding that chat yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Just go out. I just go out and support the Tekken community as much as possible, because that's the support that I'm gonna need to at least learn how to get better at the game.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, those are good people right there, man. And also in my lobbies as well when I play. So, you know, whenever you come in, you always are in Pride Fight Night too, which I appreciate that. Always showing love, man. So I can attest to that for sure. Good dude right here.
That's crazy.
Hey man, I had to mash, bro. Hey, when in doubt, mash it out. Hey, you talking about?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. We gonna take a little question from the chat, man. Zudzi was asking, who's your? I think we know your favorite. Your favorite is Bob, but he said, oh no, he said, who's your favorite and worst matchup? So who's your your favorite matchup?
I think my favorite matchup to go against.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have a personal favorite, but I feel like I deal with Kings really well because like I'm always like on go for the throw breaks on them. And also there's also one other character, I feel Kazuya. Even though Mishimas are usually like Bob's unfavorable matchups, I feel like Kazuya is one of the easier guys to deal with because it's kind of straightforward. Either he's gonna sweep you or he's gonna throw out his 4-4-3.
The man uses 4 moves, bro.
I'm telling you.
But they're so effective. They're so effective, bro.
They're definitely effective, but I feel like I have a good read on them, and then I like sidestep them a little bit more. Kazuya make me feel like I can sidestep really well, but then I go against other people, and then I'm like, I still need to learn.
Yeah, man. Actually, it's funny because I do pretty well against Kazuya's as well. But I do struggle with the good ones, you know. Of course, with a good one of every character you're gonna struggle with. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that. I actually, my favorite matchup, I didn't realize this until I was like thought about it, but I do very well against Alyssa players for some reason.
You are a goat then, because I hate that character. I'm telling you, she pull out the chainsaws, I don't want smoke.
Bro, I don't want no smoke either. But like when I was looking at the the data for it, and I don't know, assuming that's accurate, I do very well. I think my highest win rate is against Alyssa players, and I do very well against King players, despite my I don't break grabs that well, so I was shocked at that. But I guess I do it better than I thought. So I do good against Jin, and also Jin. I think the Mishima that I do the best against is Jin. Kazuya probably second best. I do the worst against Heihachi. Devil Jin, I do alright against Devil Jin. But yeah, it's funny that we have that in common.
I feel with Elisa, my issue is she hits from super far, and like bro. I'm not always like prepared for that. You know how other characters in the game got their little projectiles now, and that's something that's usually not in Tekken. So it's like I wasn't ready for that from the jump, so now I got to deal with Noctis throwing a sword at me from half a year away.
Right, that man throw it from light year distance.
I'm telling you.
That's a fact, man.
And then I love playing against like Shinblade, but let me tell you, whenever he picks Steve and just like beats me up with him, I'm just sitting here thinking, yeah, nah, I can't do this character no more. Like, go ahead, Shin, like, go on with your day.
Right, man. Yeah, Shinblade is definitely nice. I know he recently picked up Nina not too long ago as well, so that was pretty cool, man. Hey, GG's with that first to 5, man. It was very exciting. Like I said, I love playing your Bob because I'm not the best with his strings and stuff that he has, and you utilize them very well. Like I said, Purple Rain's, man, Blue Rain coming soon, man, for you, bro. But right now, we're gonna get into the more frivolous, more recreational questions outside of Tekken. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Me and Stax.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
All right, man. So now I want to ask you some questions outside of the realm of Tekken, man. Do you have any hobbies besides Tekken? Like, do you have any other games that you play? Any interests outside of Tekken? Maybe you collect basketball cards, go watch movies, fish. What do you like? What do you do? Box, whatever.
When I'm not working, I'm definitely playing Apex. I'm always on Brawlhalla with my friends, or when I'm just not playing my game, I'm probably out with friends just trying to figure out how the world works, basically. You know, I just got out of high school like 2021, so I just got straight to the workforce and started working on my stuff, you know.
Like industry work and stuff like that. Yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, man. Congratulations on graduating out of high school and moving on to the quote unquote real world and stuff like that. Could we believe high school is a matrix? You know what I'm talking about? Let me stop. Just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, that's what's up, man. I loved high school though. By the way, when I was there, man. And so you said that you do work. What do you do? What do you do if you don't mind disclosing? What do you do? You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind disclosing. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I'm a dishwasher at I would say old folks community called Cedar Crest.
Okay.
So I'm over there just
like assisted living,
out.
like assisted living homes or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
I work over there because New Jersey. I asked my friend the minimum wage in other states compared to Jersey. I said that is crazy.
That's crazy.
I asked my friend is how much the minimum wage. I think it was in Georgia. He says about like $8.
Oh yeah.
I said $8.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
And I want you to know, in Jersey right now, I believe it's 14.
Yeah, that's true. But that cost of living, though, you know what I'm saying? So the higher wages come with the higher cost of living and stuff like that, and the lower wages usually reflect lower cost of living. But that's dope, man. So tell me something, you know what I'm saying? A little personal life, man. You got you a little, you got you a little partner. You know what I'm talking about? Got you a little spouse. What you doing, man? You just focus on gaming and get your money right, stacking your bread.
Hey, I'm single, but it's definitely something I look forward to. Just trying to make sure I got everything else together first before I really put myself out there.
Smart brother right there. Smart young brother, man. Yes, sir. So, okay, so you do have a life outside of Tekken. You're not just fully consumed with Tekken. And you still doing your thing, dominating with Big Belly Bob. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear that. I like to see that, man. So right now we're gonna open up the questions to chat. We're gonna fill some questions from chat, see what they want to talk about, what they want to ask you before we let you go, man. Go about your day. Anything you want to ask my guy Stax chat? Let's see if we have anything, man. Let's see if we have anything for the chat.
Let's see if Jack got the question, man.
Asia Raven says you're gonna assist them old folks to the Lord with Bob's rage art. That's crazy.
Yeah,
come on, man. We're not using the book. Come on, man. We're not victimizing the elderly, bro.
Not the elderly. Hey, Bob Mafia too. Y'all.
That's crazy, right? Right, man. Okay, so this is for my guy Rain King, man. My guy Will. He said, "What's one thing you want Bob to have in Tekken 8? If you could give him one thing, what would you like to have for him to have in Tekken 8? Thank you, Cookie, for showing me that.
It's not even like a game or aesthetic wise. It's an attitude change. I want him to be like someone who brags, like, yo, you really can't beat me. Like,
oh, so you want him more braggadocious?
Yeah, but I want him like talking about his weight while he brags. Like, yo, how you can't beat a fat guy or something like that? I'm telling you, I need that like type of attitude coming back from Bob. Because I know
see
people
all
get
this
mad.
belly. He got some jelly in that belly, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm telling you, I know people get mad when he's talking about some I'll fight you.
Right.
Nah, but I'm talking about, there's not a lifetime you can beat me.
Right.
Like, that's something I want people to really be like, okay, Bob's just an asshole now.
Right.
I want to beat him up. So I want people to rematch more just because hearing that.
I like that, man. I like you. Are the more cocky, man. More bravado. I like that, man. Yeah, man. Shoot. Y'all supposed to be in shape. Y'all you get beat up by somebody out of shape. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Pause. That's funny,
when I
man.
seen Bob do it for the first time, it was crazy. Hey, you don't break your legs doing that?
Right, man. That's crazy, bro. My boy stacked like Dr. Robotnik. All right, we have another question coming from my boy New Muse Crew, man. Stacks, he said, what would you say is the current state of fighting game community as a whole? What do you think the current state of the fighting game community is as a whole?
Honestly, I think it's on the way up compared to other games, because games like Call of Duty and 2K, they've been dying down in the community and people been looking for other games. True. So when they start hopping FGC, all these games are coming out with new versions themselves. You see Street Fighter 6 coming out towards my birthday, June 2nd. Facts. My birthday is June 4th. And Tekken is coming out probably the year after. And I'm just there waiting. Okay, these games gonna be fun. I can't wait to watch and understand more of these other games.
Right. That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's dope. And to piggyback on what you just said, man, bro, Street Fighter has what, a $2 million? $2 million? Bro, we on the wrong game here. Hey man, but look, that's like
He's sucking
we might need to see if Julie and Bob can hop in Street Fighter because I know I can hit him with a couple bow and arrows. You know what I'm talking about?
Street Fighter, I ain't going to see
Get a piece of that $2 million pie, bro. You know. But yeah, that's dope though, man. Yes, FGC is definitely turning up, man, for real. Those are good questions from the chat, man. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything before we let you go, man. I know you got a busy day, you know, getting right with Bob and all that. So yeah, man. But yeah, I think we covered up all the questions, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with us as always, man. Stax, it was a pleasure, man. You know, you playing with you and the big belly Bob Paws, and also getting to get to know you a little better, man. Like I said, I already have the pleasure of knowing you.
I think Raven wants to ask a question.
Age Raven want to ask something? He said, hold up, I want to ask something. If Bob isn't in Tekken 8, who would you play? Great question. The last question of the day. If Bob is not included in Tekken 8, who will you play, bro?
I'm gonna learn Lars. I think
Lars?
I'm gonna learn Lars.
Lars Alexander. Oh, check out the YouTube reaction, man. That trailer just dropped today. Go check it out. I dropped that reaction, baby.
Listen, post notifications on for you, my boy. I got
you. Let's go. That's for the rest of y'all, man. Go like and comment, man, if I get mad. All right.
I'm telling you.
Let's get right. I appreciate that, Stax. Yes, sir, man. So you said you're going to play Lars? You going to be out here jumping out the gym with the acrobatics and the gymnastics?
I'm trying to throw people from wall to wall.
Okay, looking like a hero, man. Paul. No, but Lars does look dope, man. You know, we lion gang around here. I almost actually played him because he has a lion, you know, you can't spell rebellion without the lion, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely thought Lars was a cool.
Got a question now too.
Why? Oh, Cookie has a question? Why Lars? That's crazy. We out here, man. Man, we about to slide, man. Stax, once again, I appreciate you, bro. Oh, please plug. Where can the people find you out, man? Plug in your Twitch, your socials.
Easily. If y'all need to find me on Twitch, you know, it's UweeStax, how he had it spelled throughout the game.
Let's go.
And YouTube, if you want to find the channel, I don't have anything posted yet, but it's just Uwe. Literally, the name is just Uwe.
How you spell that? UWEE?
Yeah, but
okay.
I meant like the title is just Uwe.
Oh, just Uwe. Okay, I got you, man. So I'm gonna check me out, chat. I'm gonna put that in the description so you'll be able to find it. Yeah, go check it out, man. Turn them up, man. And I know he doesn't have any YouTube videos yet, but I'm confident that his YouTube videos, when he does upload them, will be fire. So stay tuned for that, man. I appreciate y'all rocking me as always, man. Stay tuned for the next episode of the podcast. We out. God bless. Peace.
God bless.
Enjoy what you just saw? Click on this playlist for more of my online matches and battles against the hardest CPU. Follow my other socials as well. Don't forget to like the video.